Good afternoon. Um, this is the short video for Community Resources Management, Lesson 3. Um, this lesson is a bit more compact than the prior two. Wanted to give folks a medium-sized break, not a small break, but medium-sized. The reading material for this lesson and activities out of the course packet includes Coaching Skills for Leaders, which is this book. Make sure to read the material and complete the activities. And there is another survey for this lesson, the Leadership Effectiveness Survey, or profile actually. And this includes the surveys for each of the leadership characteristics we'll be looking at this lesson, plus how to score these and descriptions about what they mean. So hopefully this will be valuable reading about leadership characteristics and coaching other folks, meaning staff that may work for you in the future or currently work for you, and clients in the future as well. All these skills we're talking about, leadership in terms of leadership and organizational development, can be applied to clients directly, to co-workers, to employees you supervise, community agencies that you may be involved with, and so forth. So these items do not exist inside of a bubble. Also have included 3 videos for this lesson, in addition to this one. Short video about educating leaders and some of the pitfalls of not educating leaders. Another one is compassion and emotional intelligence, which your profile survey talks about this lesson, and why compassion and having emotional intelligence is really important in dealing with it's important as being a leader and dealing with clients and co-workers and so forth. Then a final video is one of my favorites I show in other classes, particularly the Human Services 210 class, so you will have to forgive me. But it's Steve Jobs' Stanford University video, commencement video from several years ago, where he talks about the intersection of the liberal arts and technology and following your passion. And all these are really important items. You might be asking, what does liberal arts, education, compassion, emotional IQ, what does that mean? How does that relate to management of staff or clients or being a good leader? And to be honest, those items, educating, compassion, emotional IQ, technology, liberal arts, may have more to do with effective leadership than some of the skill sets we've been talking about the past 2 lessons. They're certainly harder to develop and harder to conceptualize and harder to implement. It's those nuts and bolts skills that we've been reading about that's pretty easy to take care of, to practice, if they're really important to us. But really good leaders tend to not only have those technical skills, but they have a background of liberal arts. You might ask, why do I have to take sociology, or why do I have to take humanities or electives or so forth? That's because there's this idea that those courses kind of broaden our perspectives and give us an ability to, or help us develop abilities to look at things in different ways. Think about leaders, supervisors, individuals in your life in the past that you consider to be effective leaders. Were they compassionate when compassion was called for? Did they have the ability to maybe not agree, but to understand and perceive the situation as you saw it in that particular time without making judgments or did they have varied educational experiences, training experiences? Did they value learning, or were they willing to take a risk and support staff? If you were able to say yes to any of those ideas, then maybe the greatest qualities of those leaders were some of those ideas instead of the technical skills they had. I've also included, there's one discussion board posting for this lesson. It's worth 50 points. It will come from your profile survey you fill out this lesson. Plus we have our first quiz for the lesson, or for the course. There are 2 questions. I'm asking you to think about some topics, compare and contrast, see how it relates to you, and basically I want to create a conversation with you. For those quizzes, I will be making personal responses to everybody, and it's one of those quizzes, the 2 questions, that you can access how many times you want, but you can only submit 1 time, and there's no time limit. But the quizzes, there's really no right or wrong answer, unless you don't put any effort into it, and only give me 2 or 3 sentences. That means you didn't put very much effort into it. But if you provide a well thought out response that's relevant and seems important to you, that you're proud of, then you sure scored pretty good. Again, we're already in lesson 3. Hard to believe that we are almost halfway there in terms of the lessons. Again, I will be grading papers as the due dates pass, and let me know if anyone has any questions. Hopefully the bookstore issues have calmed down. If they haven't, please inform me, and I look forward to future lessons. Thanks.